meaning, if it's just a grammar, putting a correct one or in ganon, okay pa yan. And or, pero if you change, put there a sentence that would change its meaning, far different from the original intent of Congress or the executive order, then it changes the meaning, and you are not allowed to do that because you can go to jail.
At Mr. President, yung fina-flash show kanina sa screen ay yung nakuha lang ni Kong Sid na kopya. Para marami hong nakikinig sa inyo at sumusubaybay, baka pwedeng ipakita rin ho ninyo sa kanila yung kopya pong ipinakita ninyo na pirmado ng mga miyembro ng Bicameral Conference Committee na blanco yung amount na inaprubahan at naging enrolled bill. Ito po.
Yan.
Yung mga blanco. Oo. And then pirmado nila. Blanco.
Ito yung mga blanco. You cannot pass a law with blank.
It has to be complete in itself.
That is not allowed. Bakit mo ilagay blanco dyan? Oh, if it's a contingent amount, you place the contingent amount. Whether it falls short or sobra, then you can add. Or kunin mo kung may sobra. But you cannot speculate by placing a blank there for the amount of the appropriations or whatever it is. It's just not, it is not allowed by law. You cannot pass an incomplete appropriation or bill for that matter, whatever. It leaves an speculation. Mag-ano pa yung tao, ano bang ibig sabihin nito? Ano bang ilagay natin dito? Then, whoever is the end user of this papel would have the, ngayon, kung bright ka, sige, ilagay na natin dito, pasobra natin ng konti. Para yung, ganun talaga yan, o kulang. O sige, sobrahan ninyo, o kulangan ninyo. Then you leave the money intended for any public purpose to the speculation or to the guessing game of the people who are supposed to implement the law. Bawal yan. Bawal yan. And you can go to jail for that. Mind you.
Thank you, sir. Congressman Sid, just to give our, especially the ordinary Filipinos, better understanding on this, itong bicameral report was already signed and ratified, has been incomplete, apparently, no? Has been transmitted to the Executive Department. Which,
Hindi. Yung Bicameral Conference Committee report, after ratification, i-reflect na yun siya sa tinatawag na enrolled bill. Yun na yung final copy.
Correct.
Na dadalhin sa Malacanang for signature of the President.
Correct.
Usually, pagdating naman sa President, marami namang economic managers, particularly DBM, will assist him review the budget.
Correct. So, ang nangyari, sir, no, just for everyone's understanding, that bicameral report na blanco, we could assume...
May pages na blanco.
May pages na blanco. We could assume that when it reached the office of the President, may items na yun.
May amount na.
May amount na.
Mayroon na, may amount na. Yung GAA, may yung enrolled bill na dumating sa office of the may
amount
na.
Correct. Which later on, he signed. The President signed.
After the review. Kasi nag-request siya ng extension, di ba? Na gi-move na yung signing kasi i-review doon niya.
Now, Congressman Sid, with this development now, we found out that the bicameral report was, there were items na blanco but napirmahan na. What could be the implication on this particular matter, especially to the office of the President?
Actually, the budget is highly questionable. Kung akong tatanungin, akyat na yan dapat sa Supreme Court kasi napirmahan na ng Presidente eh.
Sid, matanong kita, when would be the earliest event that could discover this kind of...
Actually, Mayor President, I was studying, gumagawa ko ng paper. Yung part 1, binigay ko na kay Atty. Vic. Marami na akong binigyan. Yung mga kaibigan ko na mga advocates doon, health advocates, pinadagyan sa part 1. While I was making part 2, in fact, I have a meeting last week dapat kay Atty. Bago lang yan, a few days ago. Kay Atty. Vic sa kay Peter Lavinia. Nung yun, ibas ko. Nakita ko, all of a sudden, na-remember ko yung Bicameral Conference Committee report. Kasi gaa-gaa lang tayo eh. Unconstitutional, yung education budget, nalampasan ng DPWH. When I reviewed the PhilHealth budget, sabi ko, tingnan ko kayo yung Bicam report. Tingnan ko yung Bicam report because I want to know kung ano ba yung ginawa nila. Na-shock ako nung nakita ko pag open ko sa Bicam report. Naku, may mga blanco. So, isa-isa ko. So, I made my study now. Ito na yung ginawa ko, Mr. President, na mga 3 or 4 days ago, nakita ko.
It behoves upon you to call the attention of the public. And lahat na, President, pati lahat ng Senador, pati yung judiciary, that there is something terribly wrong going on. And if need be, you file the necessary corresponding charges anti-graft kung pa sino nang palusot niya into its final form dumating sa inyo. You did not really na-approve na sa Congress. Any attempt to pass on to Congress a falsified or a thing which is not a document which is not true and correct is, as a matter of fact, at that point already a consummated crime.
In fact, Mr. President, yung pinakita po ninyo kanina, itong signed na committee report, it bolstered and strengthened the position po ng Makati Business Club na itong 2025 unconstitutional budget is not only unconstitutional but hijacked. Hinijack talaga dahil totally different from the NEP that was submitted by the Office of the President. Ang masaklap pa, hinijack yun na blanco pa yung committee report sa napakaraming items.
Well, that's something which has be looked into. I hope that the appropriate action can be taken by ikaw, Sid, or any other Filipino dito nakikinig sa atin ngayon. Ako sana, pero matanda na ako, matagal na ako nawala sa practice. But nandito sila, Atty. Delgra and the rest of the taga Davao. Meron naman itong, marami kami ditong talagang totoong Pilipino nagmamahal sa bayan. So, I'm sure that they would not allow these things to pass just like that. Mahirap yan.
If I may, Mr. President and Congressman Ungo Harvey, ang pagkaintindi ko dito sa na-discovery mo, Congressman Sid, isang departamento lang ito, and including a provision on the program of appropriation.
Yes. Isang department.
Mukhang hindi mo pa natapos kung baka mayroon pa mga blanco.
Actually, may part 3 ako pero highly technical eh. Pero it still affects the
Integrity.
integrity of the budget. May mga dinagdag eh. Oo.
You can give it to the, pa dito sa mga locals na ano, mga sanay sa budget, even itong mga local governments. I may be able to help you to find some people are willing to work on it. Pag-aralan yan. Hindi tayo nagkulang yan. Siguro, si Atona Delgra is one hell of a Filipino. A good lawyer. Siya yung abogado ko nga eh. Pero hindi ako makulong. Pero kung makulong ako, malas talaga. Ibig sabihin. Hindi dahil sa kanila. Baka dahil kay ano. Sino ito mga to?
Thank you, Mr. President. Sir, Congressman Sid, are there any things pa na you wish to discuss on this particular, ito sa report na ito?
I think we have thoroughly discussed it already.
With that, Mr. President, I think we've covered the things that we would like to discuss on this particular matter. So before we close, perhaps Attorney Vic, meron ka pang gustong idagdag kay Attorney Delga?
Dagdag ko lang yung naging pangungusap ni Pangulong Duterte, tayo mga Pilipino, maging vigilant tayo. Nakita natin na yung akala natin na unconstitutional 2025 budget ay dahil lamang sa pag-defund sa PhilHealth. Ito pong ipinakita ngayong gabi ni Pangulong Duterte, yung blankong committee report ng Bicameral Conference Committee ay higit pa pala doon sa nalalaman nating mga Pilipino. At pasalamat tayo kay Congressman Sidungab sa kanyang pagsasaliksik at lumalabas yung katotohanan dahil wala na talagang transparency. At ngayon naman, tayo mga Pilipino dapat humingi ng accountability.
Thank you, Attorney Vic. Attorney Delga?
Yes po. Itong na-discover ni Congressman Sid, mas mabigat pa ito to what was already discussed in the several weeks that we had, as mentioned by Attorney Vic, as regards yung pagtataas ng budget ng DPWH over that of the education sector, which is already unconstitutional. Ito, mas glaring pa ang anomalya. So I think this has to be addressed. And good that Mr. President had called out to the Filipino people to look into this and to question the highly anomalous legislative process in coming up with a national budget for 2025.
Alam mo, if I may add, nakikiusap lang ako sa mga ulol na to. Kung sino yung gumagawa ng ganun. Pwede bang sabihin ko sa inyo na do not the people of the Philippines. Magkagulo tayo. Huwag ninyo kaming isali, buhay pa ako. Saka nandyan yung military pati police hindi papayag ng I know them. The ever vigilant na military pati police. Hindi papayag ng ano. You better, kayong nasa bureaucracy, better stand up straight and be counted as a true Filipino. Otherwise, you are asking for your early demise. Alam mo, pag nagkudita ito, patayan left and right yan, baka una kayo. Alam mo, ang ayaw ng sundalo, naghihirap na nga sila para sa bayan, tapos nanakawan pa ninyo ng pera. Hindi, ibigay na lang nyo sa mga sundalo sana yan. Bakit pa ninyo, not good. Not good. Dagdag na lang nyo sa edukasyon sa mga bata, yung sa mga disasters, dagdagan ninyo, yung ano talaga, edukasyon, pati yung mga sa welfare department. Yun ang kailangan talaga ng ano. Ako, edukasyon. Dagdag na lang ninyo, huwag ninyo sayangan yung pera. Yan lang ang payo ko sa inyo. Sabi, nag-warning ako sa inyo, huwag kayong gumagawa ng ganon. Pagka marami, hindi papayag ang sundalo niya. Hiyariin kayo, sigurado ako niyan. Kilala ko ang sundalo. Naging presidente ako. Napipigilan lang. Pero pag if it goes haywire, bahala kayo. Basta ako nagbigay ng warning sa inyo.
Thank you, sir. Congressman Sid, I know this is just the beginning of the discussions on this particular item, but your message, sir, to our fellow Filipinos right now is
Sa ating mga kababayan na nakikinig ngayon, sa ating mga kababayan na nakikinig ngayon, you can see the documents, you can see the figures na mga blanco. Makikita nyo naman yan. It's up for you to decide. Tingnan ninyo. May mali talaga na nangyari sa budget natin.
Thank you, Congressman Sid. And of course, Mr. President, sir, we would like to get your message also just before we close to our fellow Filipinos.
Nandito kami lahat. Si Vic, pati si Sid, pati si Martin. Of course, ikaw. Gusto lang namin malaman ng tao na interesado kami sa ating interest sa bayan. All we want is the truth and the correct way of doing it. Huwag na lang tayong lumabas diyan sa ano ang totoo, ano ang tama. Huwag kalimutan ninyo lahat yun. Mga anti-graph, wala yan. Stick to what is right and what is the truth. Yan lang dalawa. Wala na kayong dapat alalahanin. Yan ang para sa bayan, para sa anak natin. Salamat po.